afternoon, Camp Davy Crockett.
I'm Hayden.
And I'm Zeph.
And welcome to the Camp Davy Chronicles.
Wow.
Wow.
Our season 2.
Season 2.
It has been a whole year
since
we started
crazy.
this.
It's been an entire year. Can you believe that?
I can believe it.
I can't. It feels like just yesterday we started. We're like,
it does not feel like yesterday. It's been a whole year. Hayden.
How many episodes have we had this past season? 20 something?
Look it up online.
I remember
wherever you're listening, look and see what the last episode was.
I remember when we had this idea of the concept of like making episodes. It was just so challenging. And now look at us.
Yeah, now we've done it like...
Literally, you can literally look at us.
Yes, because this is our first ever episode to be recorded on video. So if you're watching on a YouTube channel, Camp Davy Chronicles, then you can see our faces,
that's true. Maybe,
which is terrifying.
Maybe this will make our analytics go up on like Spotify and stuff because no one wants to see us. So they're just going to be like, yeah, let's maybe not watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
Why even are we doing this?
That's true. This season we've got a little bit different schedule. I think we should go over that than we did last season.
Yes.
And so, do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
Last year, as you may or may not know, because you might have forgotten, I don't know. We had, well, not you, but listeners. We started at January 31st, I think it was, which is after winter camp. And then we had every other week until the summer camp season. And, it worked okay. Yeah. But we did kind of start to run out of things to talk about when it was just the two of us. Yeah. So we liked what we did at the end of last year when we just had one episode every month. So we're going to keep doing that during the off season. So the next episode will be the end of February, and then the end of March, and then the end of April, and then the end of May, and then we start.
That's true. You do know this episode is destined to fail. Because our first one that we had last year, we lost the recording for it, and we had to record again. And so maybe we won't do that this time. Maybe we will. Maybe you guys don't even know this exists because it got deleted somehow. Who knows?
Well, that's a comforting thought. Great. Yeah.
It is kind of scary. I remember last year, the fear, because we had made this big deal about it with everybody. It was like, oh, we're releasing the podcast. We're doing this stuff. And then it all got deleted. And then I was like, well, now what?
And then we recorded it again like the day before.
Yeah, the Sunday. It was supposed to go out on that Monday. We recorded on the Sunday in the car. Yeah. At the Gray Railroad Town.
This time we're not in a car.
That's true. We're at our official off-site location that's super secret.
Yeah. It's an underground bunker in the middle of Kingsport.
Yeah, that's the one. But we've got a flag.
Yeah, that makes it official. Yeah. Flag. There you go. There's a flag.
Yeah, hopefully as we move along our podcasting career that, some stuff gets filled up. If you want stuff in the background, you should suggest things because we kind of ran out of ideas. I mean,
not really. We just don't have anything yet because we just got here. Anyway, the problem with this, when we first started, before we started doing the podcast, we both specifically said that we would never, ever record a video version of it. Right. Because I said that it doesn't even count as a podcast anymore when it's on video. And so, if you're listening to it on Spotify or Apple or whatever, then you are the true podcast.
Yeah.
Listeners.
If you want the true experience on the YouTube, just close your eyes.
Yes.
just keep your eyes closed for an entire 30 minutes. I was going to say I don't suggest doing that while driving, but you shouldn't be watching YouTube while you're driving anyway.
Yeah.
So
if you're driving, you better be on an audio format.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened last weekend?
What happened last week? What did? Oh, yeah, winter camp.
Yeah, 2023. Our first event.
The whole point of this episode.
Yeah, the first event that happened at Camp 2023.
Our 51st anniversary.
Yeah, my second favorite event at camp, because, summer camp in its entirety is my favorite. Obviously. But winter camp is my second favorite. It was great. Yeah. This year was a change. Last year I got to go and experience like the Crockett Badge and stuff, but this year I actually taught both days.
Wow.
I know it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I had fun doing it. We always have fun going up there and shooting just to shoot. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But do you ever so you never get tired of it?
No, I mean, so towards the end of summer, you get okay. But, when you're up there and you get to see a kid light up because he hits the middle of a target or he hits the clay pigeon as it's flying or he hits the middle of the target while he's shooting, literally any of that just brightens your day.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't get to see that when you're identifying insects.
Hey, kids have fun.
They're like, wow, is this a spider? And you're like, yep.
Spider's not an insect.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
It's an 8-legged bumblebee.
What was I going to say? I do have fun doing merit badge classes and craft badges because, there's different stuff every time and you never know what you're going to get.
You got to teach a unique one this time.
Yeah, so I taught the Crockett badge for taxidermy this year with Seth Douthit.
Oh, I mean, it's got to be interesting.
Yeah, he brought some of his own squirrel hides and deer hides that he had done, and we also had some professionally done ones that were cool. Yeah,
right. Actually,
yeah. But he talked about the whole process of doing it, and all the kids were like, "Ooh, cool, that's gross," and yeah, it was fun. And the other cool thing about teaching nature classes is you always are going to get some really interesting questions. You never know.
Oh yeah, of course, right.
I had a kid ask me, "Can you taxidermy a jellyfish?"
Oh yeah, I had that exact same kid ask me the question at the dining hall because he said specifically that you guys couldn't answer him.
What if I could taxidermy a jellyfish?
Yeah. So me and Charlie, if you don't know Charlie, it's JD's brother. Yeah. That came up with a plan. Okay.
To taxidermy
a jellyfish. So you're going to take the jellyfish and you're going to put it in a block of resin.
Well, okay.
That's how we do it. And that was a pretty good plan.
Anyway,
Within 5 minutes we had that. I mean, come on.
Great. I'm sure it is possible to. I mean, you can taxidermy basically anything, but a jellyfish is 90% water. So,
oh, exactly. Yeah. So that's why you replace the water with resin.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Fill it with resin.
No,
okay.
What?
I was thinking encasing it in resin, which is not really the same as taxidermy. It's just preserving it.
Who cares?
Whatever. Anyway.
I guess you can taxidermy an insect or a spider or anything because they just don't die.
They die.
No,
they're basically
no spider has ever died.
So no, what?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You've seen a spider die. It goes it curls up when it dies. Oh, yeah, that's what they do.
Just having a party. Yeah, so I got to teach the frigid frontier, which it snowed again this year, so it means it was frigid.
Not as much as in the past. Last year, we got just about snowed in.
All right, but this year was a good amount of snow because I feel like it was enough to kind of put a little bit of snow on the ground, but not enough to everybody freak out and be like, "Oh, gotta go home right now."
Well, it was gone by noon.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anytime that it can be warmer than 4 degrees outside is a good day.
Yes,
because I remember going out specifically in the morning and thinking, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be really cold," but then it wasn't. It was in the mornings, but then it warmed up fairly quickly, and so that was nice.
Yeah.
So the frigid frontier was not as frigid as we thought it was going to be.
So not as frigid as it was last year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I also, what else did I do? I did teach theater merit badge again, which I was not originally planning to.
Did you have glue guns?
We didn't have glue guns.
Oh, man, you're just going to have to get on that. When she listens to this episode, she's going to be very upset that she didn't have the glue guns.
Well, I wasn't planned to teach theater till I got there. So fortunately, I still had my lesson plan from last year, but I didn't have the craft materials because I wasn't able to ask ahead of time. But I did get a battle scar in theater class.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
So, one of the scouts, of course, not being prepared as he should have been, didn't have a pencil or pen to use.
Okay.
And so, this is going. Actually, wait, no, never mind. I'm wrong. He did have a pencil.
Okay, good.
He did have a pencil, but it didn't have an eraser.
Oh.
And so he asked me if I had a pencil that had an eraser so he could erase something.
Right.
And so I gave it to him. And then at the end of the class, I asked, I get my pencil back?
Can you have it back?
Yeah. Which, fine. And he throws it at me and I catch it out of the air, which is
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't catch it?
No, I did catch it.
Oh, wow.
I caught it, but I caught it on the sharp part and stabbed my hand with it as I caught it. And I still have a tiny little itty bitty scar.
Oh, that's true.
You can barely see it.
It's true. There is indeed pencil there. Man, what happened? You could have got deaded.
I could. Well,
but you didn't.
It's just I don't know. It's a good thing it doesn't have real lead.
Yeah, it's true. Because
because that's poisonous.
Right.
Pencil
it's graphite.
Lead is graphite. I was
trying to remember what it was. Why do they call it pencil? Why don't they call it pencil graphite?
I don't know.
Was it originally lead? Don't ask me. Because, I mean, like, this is a serious question. I might research this
question of the day.
Yeah. Because I can imagine that lead itself, like just pure lead, would make very good pencil material.
I don't know. Ask a pencilologist.
Yeah, we'll have to have one of those on episodes one time.
It's a very special guest.
Yeah. So I hear. So this was we're gonna transfer some of the Crockett Merit badges that we did this year over to next year, but I hear that they're doing some new ones. I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
Oh, I heard Dale say.
If they do new ones, it's definitely a good opportunity to come because you want to try to collect them all, especially while you're there.
Yes.
So I'm excited for that because I got to go last year and like collect them all. I didn't get the badges or anything, but I got to like go and sit in on all of them, which I didn't get to do this year, but I did it last year. And so they were saying. And so that was exciting.
I did hear Dale talking about adding 2 new ones next year, and I don't remember exactly what he said. And I don't know.
I think as we get closer, we do a big reveal and do like an unveiling or something. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
There definitely aren't official plans yet,
right?
But
they've talked.
One of them might be beekeeping. I heard that.
That'd be cool. There's a lot of bees at camp.
There are bees.
Well, not during the winter, but like during the summer, it seems like every 10 minutes there's there's a bee.
Yeah, because all of the Crockett badges used to be merit badges.
Right. That is my worst enemy. Is a bee.
A bee.
Everybody's
one specific bee is your nemesis.
No, like all bees in general, because everybody says that if you leave them alone, they're not going to bother you. But they do. It's a lie.
Well, it depends on how easily bothered you are.
I'm very easily bothered. But yeah, no. So it's something that I don't like is bees.
Okay.
So anyways, back to winter camp. We didn't go look at the lake walruses or the winter walruses this year, which was a shame. We should have went and done that.
I forgot about those.
Yes. And also, so specifically, I remember this thinking about it when it was snowing, if the snowbirds would come back.
Oh, yeah?
They didn't.
They didn't?
No. I don't think I saw a bird at all.
I don't remember seeing any birds.
I'm still in my slump of teaching bird study and not seeing birds. I've seen them since then.
I was going to say.
But I still think they're staying away from me. If you remember during the summer, me teaching the merit badge, teaching part of the merit badge.
Yeah, one day of bird study.
Yeah, that basically means I'm a bird study teacher.
Those birds, though, they're like, man, he did such a bad job studying us. We don't want him to ever see us again.
Yeah, they all stayed away from us. Like, we went on a 10-minute walk, a brisk 10-minute walk. And didn't see a single bird. Then we got back, and there was, no birds
at summer camp when you did it.
Right.
Not at winter camp. But you're saying you didn't see any birds at winter camp.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, I mean, I probably did. I just wasn't paying attention. So that's the biggest thing is trying to see animals while you're not paying attention.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Anyway, at winter camp, we did have a lot of returning staff members come back for just,
That's true. It's going to be their last time.
Yeah, for many of them. But that is one of the nice things about winter camp is you get to see a lot of the summer camp staff again, halfway through.
Yeah, it's a nice in between to getting to see them and then, them going on about their normal lives because you got some people who are becoming real people in the real world.
Yeah.
And so, we'll get to see them again, they'll come back and visit, but we won't get to actually work with them again. And so it's nice to see them and have a farewell. It's great.
Yeah. It can be a little bit bittersweet sometimes.
That's true.
The nerd council from the last 2 summers got to all gather together again for possibly the last time. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, possibly. Yeah, well, you've been saying that for 3 years now. And then
the nerd council didn't exist 3 years ago.
Everybody makes their way back somehow.
Yes, but all 5 of us on camp at the same time.
Wait, 5?
Yeah, there's me, Daniel Rose,
right?
Stefan, Dan, and Aaron.
Oh, Dan's part of it. I didn't realize that. Okay.
So Dan's going to be in Germany this summer.
Right.
And
Aaron's going to be in space. Stefan's going to be in space as a law officer.
A space lawyer?
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, where did
maybe he should try that because no one is currently. I assume no one right now is a lawyer for space. That's a real open market that no one's covering.
I'm pretty sure Stefan's going to be in an internship or something.
Yeah. That's what he said. But still, it'd be cool. That's a new business model.
Yeah,
space lawyer.
And Daniel Rose thinks he might not be back this summer either. So it's possible that I will be the only one of us working summer camp.
Just said you'll be the only nerd on camp.
It'll be a sad day.
Yep. Oh, well. Which it's also, we had this thing a couple years ago where like a lot of, like when we first came in, we had that 1 year, our first year, where we had a bunch of people who were like our directors and stuff. And then they worked like one more year and then they all left.
Right.
And they had a new staff come in and now they're all like, everybody's friends and stuff. And it's just a rotation and that you get.
Yeah.
It happens every couple of years.
Our second year, there were a lot of like new directors.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so I think this is just like that year again. So it's just because eventually people are gonna have to move on. Yeah, but
see, it's scary when you're the old ones,
right? Yeah. Well, it could be like JD, who's worked for like 300 years, and that's the end of the statement.
Okay, cool, sure.
Or Mike. Mike's worked for like 300 years.
Camp, 50 years old. Mike's worked 300 of them.
51 now.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite 51. I think we got like another month or something.
I don't know. What's the birthday of Camp?
What's the official exact birthday? Figure it out. We got to figure it out. We spent
the whole 50th anniversary not learning this.
Yeah, we should have had a big celebration. Well, we didn't have a big celebration. It was like every week.
Is it in Jerry's book?
I don't know. Maybe
we should read Jerry's book. We talked about Jerry's book.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's still a couple copies down at camp. So if you missed out on your opportunity to get the book, you should read it. Yeah.
I'm pointing at the camera because there's a camera now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I keep forgetting about it, and then like
that's another thing about podcasts that have like a video version on YouTube is I don't listen to podcasts on YouTube, and so when there's one that has a video, I'm listening to it on Spotify or Google Podcasts, whatever. And they say something about like if you can see, for those of you who can see on the video, and I feel really left out.
Yeah, see, I've tried to avoid that. See, I want like 3 more cameras. I want to be like you're looking around, I'll be able to look everywhere.
But then you'd have to edit it.
Oh well.
Okay.
We pay an editor. all this money we're making.
Yeah.
At the podcast.
I think it's time for the word of the day.
Oh, okay.
And the word of
this one better be interesting.
Is gruntled.
Okay.
So, do you know what disgruntled means?
I do indeed know what disgruntled means.
What is disgruntled?
I knew you were going to say that. I don't have a good definition.
Disgruntled means like unsatisfied or angry, kind of like upset, but like, yeah. So, gruntled is the opposite of disgruntled.
Imagine that.
But disgruntled came first, and gruntled is like, it's like a reverse opposite.
So it's not a real word.
Yeah, but it is.
Nope, you already said it.
Anyway, but it means to be pleased, satisfied, or contented. So if you feel very content, like you just had a nice meal, you'd be like, I'm really feeling gruntled.
Okay, let's try to make things funny.
Hey, gruntled is a funny word.
Okay, so the challenge this season is to make Zeph laugh because apparently he has no sense of humor. And so I decided to go with the most childish kind of joke that I could go with. Okay. And so we're going to go with a knock-knock joke. And so knock-knock.
Wait. So am I trying not to laugh or are you trying to make me laugh? Well, no, because if I try not to laugh, it'll be easy to not laugh. Probably.
Maybe. It's all about the knock-knock.
I always laugh on the podcast.
Yep, knock-knock.
Who's there?
I've said it 3 times now. That's not part of it.
I've said it 3 times now.
Okay, we're going to restart. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock who? I mean...
Zeph, it's not hard. You've been doing this since you were little.
I know how knock, knock jokes work, I promise.
Okay, one more time.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yabba dabba. You gotta say it.
Yabba dabba who?
No. Yabba dabba do. That's such a good joke.
See, it was fun. The funny, like in the middle when you said yabba dabba, and I knew what I had to say next. Right. That was the funniest part.
I've been writing these down because the scout book has the daily jokes, so I've been writing them down as
the scout book.
It's a Scout's Life. Yeah,
right.
Or Scout Life.
Scoutslife.org.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe the website of the magazine.
Yeah, Google it. It's fun.
Yeah,
if you're in Scouts, I think you get a free copy of it on the online version.
Oh, the online version, yeah. Yep. It has jokes and it has games on the website.
Right. Yeah, we've talked about this in the past. That as a kid reading jokes out of the magazine.
Do you remember Flappy Bird?
I do. Yeah.
The game. There's a version of Flappy Bird on the Scout Life website with Pedro. It's like just Pedro's head flying.
Yeah, I used to have an old iPod that I had it downloaded on, and then like you throw it in the drawer, and then a couple of years ago, I pulled it out, and it was still downloaded on there. So
Flappy Bird?
Yeah, maybe I could sell it for like $1 billion. I haven't like turned it back on to see if it's like, I don't know, updated or whatever. I mean, the iPod's like 4,000 years old.
Okay. And what else is there from winter camp to talk about?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I've kind of covered all of my bullet points that I had that I wrote down.
Okay.
Teaching with Zeph Douthat is very interesting because
Dale Douthat's son. Just to clarify.
Yes, the camp director Dale Douthat. You may have heard of him. He has a son named Zeph.
He was the one that we interviewed last because you gotta save the best for last.
Right. So anyway, Zeph actually used to work on camp staff back in the day before Dale was the camp director.
Yeah, as aquatics, a lake, I think.
Yes, but our first year, 2013, when we went, he was on like merit badge staff, and he taught my first aid merit badge class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and Pop Tart, we were both in that class, and Zeph Douthat taught it to us, and now I'm teaching a class with him.
With him, yes. That's the cool part.
It's crazy.
Well, see, that's a lot of things. Like, I remember teaching some of these kids that are on staff, which is like the strange part. And I mean, like, because like Carl took my first year class.
Right.
Some of these other people took my first year class. I don't think I've taught any of them at the archery because I've not done archery long enough to like do that.
But soon, maybe this year.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe. Actually, I do think there's a couple of people that I know that are signed up that have taken my archery class. So maybe. I mean, we'll talk about them then.
We don't know who. I mean, we don't have our staff like fully hired.
Yeah. Speaking of things, if you do want to work summer camp staff from anywhere you're at, the application is up now, and you need to get it filled out. So this will be coming out January 31st.
January, whatever Monday is close to
January. Whatever Monday is close to the end of January.
I think it's the 30th.
When you're listening to this, you need to like get the application filled out very soon. We interrupt this message with an important announcement. Earlier in the episode, I said that this episode was doomed to fail. Well, now it has.
We have experienced some technical difficulties.
And our video stopped recording.
But fortunately, the rest of the audio is still there. So please enjoy Hayden's wonderful animation skills for the rest of the video.
With the stick figures, I will do my best. It's a real-life representation of how we move and talk.
Yeah, it looks better than our actual faces.
That's true. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Because they're going to start staff interviews and they're going to start picking, the staff for people.
Yeah.
So if you want to work with us or maybe...
Which you should.
Yeah, that's true.
It's great.
You have a chance to get interviewed on the podcast if you work at the camp.
What?
Because we're gonna try to
we're gonna do the staff interviews live on the podcast.
Yeah, no. We're gonna try to interview every single staff member. This is a big promise, but we're gonna try to interview every single staff member this year.
Yes, not like a full episode with every staff member, but like a YouTube short.
Yeah, we're gonna do a 5-question interview.
Yeah, we're still workshopping this.
Yeah, so if you have some questions that are goofy or serious that you want to ask every single staff member,
we'll probably have different questions for different staff members, or else it'll get old.
Maybe.
I don't know. Again, still workshopping.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
So thought of the day. So this one isn't very like fun or funny, but it's interesting. It leads me to a joke.
Okay. Well, there is the pencil lead one. That's another.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't researched that. So most people watch the weather. Or watch
the sky.
Well, no, like look it up on their phone or different things like that.
Sure.
And so, have you ever wondered how they like track the weather?
I mean, with like machines and stuff.
No, well, I mean, yeah, but there is actually a system that they have.
Okay.
Where in 2,000 different spots in the United States, they release weather balloons. At noon and midnight every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
Okay.
So that means there are 4,000 balloons a day going up into the sky.
Wait, what happens to them?
They pop. And they come back down. Okay. No, this is actually like a real thing that people, because they pop and they come back down, and then people will like go, like geocaching?
Yeah.
People will like go and search for these and stuff just for fun.
Okay.
Anyways. And so, but yeah, they send these weather balloons up. They track the weather. And so I just wanted you to know, because I know this is the joke that it was leading me into, that you're scared of balloons. What? So you have a 2,000% chance that one of them's going to fall on you one day and you're going to be scared.
That's not what percent means.
Yep.
And I'm also not scared of balloons. Although the idea of a weather balloon falling on me is slightly like, I wouldn't.
It's kind of like a tornado just touching down anytime. One day you're going to be walking through the street and one out of 2,000 balloons might hit you in the face.
A tornado picked up all the weather balloons.
They all fall. These are the things that you should be worried about as you walk around, as you traverse camp. Except in 50 years, I'm pretty sure there's never been a weather balloon there.
On camp? I don't know.
Like
I'm sure you can look up what the stations are that they send them off from.
I don't know, probably.
Where's the closest
We should get weather balloons and track the weather at camp. We could have our own news channel.
We could.
We could have our own podcast.
Man, imagine that. Weather balloons are cool, though.
They are cool. Yeah.
They're like big balloons, and they go up into the weather.
Yeah, with helium.
That is what balloons have inside.
Yeah, and then they pop, and then they come back down.
Yeah.
That's the entire premise of a balloon. You know, if you put regular balloons up in orbit, they do the exact same thing. Something about, pressure and, stuff popping.
Okay. What else happened at winter camp?
I don't know.
Stephen was there.
It's true, Stephen. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Stephen to be there.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting Aaron to be there. I wasn't expecting... I guess I was expecting Dan to be there, but I was pretty sure that he had said that he wasn't going to be there. Yes, that's pretty much...
A lot of people come in to visit. I didn't get, staff quotes like I did in the summer. But except for specifically 2 quotes of, things that people said to Stephen about him being a lawyer.
So let's hear what they are.
So... I don't know if it, do you want to guess who said them or should I just tell you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So I have one person ask Stephen, do you defend bodies or souls in court?
Okay. See, I don't remember who is there. Let's go with Foster.
Okay. It was Daniel Rose.
Close enough.
And then the other one was...
I'm pretty sure no, they weren't on the same time.
Stephen, if I needed a lawyer, I wouldn't get you.
Okay. I could be literally anybody. Mike.
Close.
JD.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
See,
these were fairly simple.
Yeah, I've never gotten any of these right.
I feel like you have.
Maybe. I don't think I have.
Well, you just got one of them right second try. So that's
well, close. But it was a hint.
New record.
Yep. Okay, we'll try to break it next year.
Yep.
Well, I think that's it.
It is it.
Yeah. This has been thrilling.
As always.
Yep. Okay.
A thrilling day to be a scout at Camp Davy Fun.
Bye.
Camp Davy Chronicles. It's a podcast about Camp Davy Crockett.